A sport can grant you strength. A sport can inspire your spirit. And sometimes, if you're very lucky, it can do both.
Peggy Fleming.
One of the required moves and one of her wonderful traits, the layback spin.
Strength and inspiration. Figure skating gave her both. And today, Peggy's life journey continues to inspire generations. She won 5 U.S. national figure skating titles, 3 world titles,
Peggy. But there's our last move, a flying sit spin.
And in 1968, she won an Olympic gold medal in Grenoble, France.
Pull on that spin to hold her this title. There's no doubt about the question that that'll be a good enough performance.
What led Peggy to this milestone? Sheer determination and a strong competitive drive. She was 9 years old when she discovered her love of figure skating. As her confidence and skills grew, she started competing.
This is Peggy Fleming, 15 years old from Pasadena, California. The big surprise of this championship so far.
She has all her jumps. She has the power. All she needs now is maturity and a little more experience. You can really imagine 4 years from now in the 1968 Olympics, she could probably win a gold medal for us.
For Peggy, a good team was key to her success. Skating coach Carlo Fassi, longtime choreographer Bob Paul, and most importantly, her mother. They were all there to support her and cheer her on. Peggy's Olympic gold medal win opened the door to new opportunities. She became America's Golden Girl and was invited to the White House. Peggy skated professionally, touring around the world. And she also joined the ABC Sports TV figure skating commentary team.
Tara Lipinski may be in 4th place, but for those 3 ladies ahead of her, that's like having a fighter jet on your tail.
For Peggy, the most important part of her life is, and always has been, family. Husband Greg Jenkins, sons Andy and Todd, and now her grandchildren.
I like to move it.
Peggy is also very focused on fitness and well-being. She looks to a team for motivation. Her trainer is like a coach, challenging her to push herself. Working out with friends also helps to keep Peggy going. Her dedication to lifelong wellness has led her to encourage others to take charge of their own health. Peggy believes a positive attitude makes the difference, something learned from her earliest days in skating. It's a trait that would carry Peggy through one of her biggest life challenges.
And we have this word regarding a legend in the sport of figure skating. Peggy Fleming underwent breast cancer surgery Tuesday in California, we have learned. And that was just one day before the 30th anniversary of her winning the gold medal in Grenoble.
Peggy faced cancer head on with the same focus, strength, and determination that got her to the Olympics.
Cancer is so different today, and it's so much more curable. And the big key thing is to find it early.
Was yours caught early enough?
Yes.
Are you considered cured?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Her message of early detection, screening, and treatment touched many people's lives.
Dear Peggy, you saved my wife's life. All the nodes were clear, and it appears she will be fine. We praise the Lord that you came public because it probably saved her life.
Peggy remains actively involved in fitness and well-being issues, working with the many organizations devoted to awareness and prevention. And Peggy's joining First Lady Michelle Obama on the Let's Move initiative for combating childhood obesity.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Peggy believes in always challenging herself, just as she did in competitive skating. She and Greg planted a vineyard at their home in the Santa Cruz Mountains wine country in California. Making wine is a hands-on experience for Peggy and Greg. Together, they've grown the Fleming Jenkins label into a critically acclaimed and successful wine brand. One special wine is Victory's Rosé, to raise funds for breast cancer research and awareness. Since the Victory's launch in 2005, Fleming Jenkins has donated more than $35,000 to medical centers and charities supporting this cause. Skating was her creative outlet, but now Peggy has begun painting and takes lessons to hone her craft. It's a new way to express herself, and art always brings her back to skating and following her passion. Through it all, Peggy remains a national icon in the world of figure skating, and she is still involved in the Olympic Games. The lessons Peggy learned from the sport that changed her life and the spirit of Olympic competition still apply today. Her strength and ability to inspire generations endures. She has always lived by the Olympic creed.
The most important thing in the Olympic Games is not to win, but to take part. Just as the most important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. The essential thing is not to have conquered, but to have fought well.
Beautiful performance by Peggy Fleming.
Please welcome Peggy Fleming.
Wow, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed my life in 5 minutes on the film. But this was a wonderful turnout. Thank you very much for coming, and I'm very excited to be here in Dayton, Ohio for the Kettering Medical Center Foundation's 10th annual Ribbon of Hope Luncheon. Wow, you have a lot of enthusiasm here. This event brings us all together to raise awareness of breast cancer and to motivate everyone to pay attention and participate in their own health. And in today's changing healthcare system, it helps to know that we have organizations like yours that promote the importance of a healthy lifestyle and the choices that you can make. I'd like to thank the Women's Wellness Fund and the Ribbon of Hope Society for all that they do for this community. You know, I've been an athlete all my life, and my health has obviously been very important to me. But when I was diagnosed in 1998 with breast cancer, suddenly the focus shifted from my career to my health. Because let's face it, if we don't have our health, we don't have our careers. I encourage people to take charge of their health. It is so important that we get our annual checkups, making sure that we don't procrastinate about making those appointments. Eat right, exercise, know your cholesterol numbers, know your family health history, know what your risk factors are. Health issues are important to each and every one of us. I had never had a serious health issue in my life until '98. I was 50 years old. I was very, very healthy. Every checkup I would go to was always the same thing. You're healthy. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep coming every year. But when I was diagnosed, I felt like the rug was being pulled out from underneath me. I was very fortunate. I did find my cancer early. I visually saw the lump on my chest. I was getting ready to do the Olympic trials in 1998, and they brought in the 1968 Olympic team members to come and skate, so I had to skate, and I also commentated the event. So I was, you know, doing a lot of different roles. So I was tired, and I was just finishing getting ready, and I just stretched, and I was looking in front of the mirror, and I physically saw the lump on my chest, but I wasn't concerned. I thought maybe it was just a pulled muscle. But I wasn't concerned because I had just had a mammogram and a checkup 5 months earlier. And I decided, well, I'm not going to worry about it. So I carried on, did my work, and then 2 weeks later I went to Milan to do the European Championships, and the lump was still there.